Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today on my channel, we are going to be doing a wear test on a concealer. I haven't done a concealer one yet. So this is the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer. Let's see how it does. Recently, I had tried out and used a newer concealer, which I personally thought I absolutely loved. And wearing it out in natural daylight, it looked amazing on me. However, on camera and on photos, it looked horrible. So I thought to myself, and I was talking on Instagram, and I asked around if you guys thought this was a good idea over there as well. And if you're not yet following along, go check that out because I always ask questions and give updates on these products over there. But I was like, would you guys be interested in seeing concealer wear tests? And I thought, why not, right? What a great option, because in our 40s, the worst thing we can have is crepey, dry under eyes. It ages you. It makes your skin look like it isn't hydrated. It doesn't matter. It just draws attention right to your eyes and not in a good way. So I am 46 years old. I have combination oily skin type. I do have fine lines, wrinkles. I have pigmentation. I have redness. I have pores. I have texture. However, I also do have Botox and fillers, which both of those do help with some of these issues. Years ago, I did have filler under my eyes. I have not done that in easily 3 to 4 years. There is a serum that I use by Colleen Rothschild that I swear by. And if you are new here, I will post it down below. But I have talked about it in so many videos till I'm blue in the face. I'm not going to bore you with that. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about this concealer before we get started. This is the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer. Its size is 0.37 ounces. I have to check and see how that measures up against others. It is $36 on Sephora's site, and it comes in 28 different shades. That is a good amount of colors for a concealer, guys. Some of the details are a 24-hour wear, multi-purpose, full coverage, creamy concealer that corrects and hides under eye circles, redness, blemishes, and imperfections. It is a full coverage with a natural finish. It is a liquid formula, and it is for normal, dry, combination, and oily skin types. One of the highlighted ingredients is wild pansy, and it visibly smooths and moisturizes the complexion. Some of the information that they want you to know is this concealer with up to 24-hour wear hides under eye circles, redness, and imperfections without settling into facial lines. Yay! Enriched with wild pansy extract, this skin-caring formula helps to smooth, moisturize, and improve the complexion. Available in wide range of shades and multiple undertones. Forever Skin Correct is applied after blending the Dior Forever Fluid Foundation, focusing on the areas that need additional correction: under eye circles, localized redness, imperfections. Applied with the applicator, it can be blended with fingers or a brush. Then under their official how to use, it is to correct and conceal imperfections. Select a shade closest to your skin tone. Lightly apply the concealer directly onto the blemish with the tip of the applicator. I do not agree with that. If I have a blemish, I put it on my finger first. To hide under eye circles, select a concealer 1 or 2 shades lighter than your natural skin tone and apply it under the eyes to conceal discoloration. To brighten the complexion, select a concealer 1 or 2 shades lighter than your skin tone and apply on the high points of your face, such as cheekbones, bow of the lip, and center of the chin. To contour, choose a concealer 2 or 3 shades deeper than your skin tone and apply beneath the cheekbones, along the jawline and hairline to define and contour facial features. Now, in a moment, I will show you how I applied this. I will show you the rest of my makeup as well. However, I only use this under my eyes. I may, if you guys are interested, let me know down below, buy one in a lighter shade and a darker shade and do my whole face with it. That could be interesting. But I bought this under the purpose of concealing under my eyes. Now, I do tend to put an under eye corrector on first. That is something that I do every single time. So I am going to do that with this. And then I'll also try it another day with just this alone, and we'll test it against each other. So we're going to jump right into how I put it on. Trying a new concealer today. if I can get it open. This one is by Dior. It is in the color 3CR. It is their Forever Undercover one, which I already love that foundation. I am on the search for a new concealer, so we're gonna test some of these out. Oh, I think that's a good color. My problem is, as we get older, we cannot go as light under the eye. I love a good corrector because it's gonna correct my undertone. But if I go too light under the eyes, the problem is it just draws attention to any dryness, crepiness, anything like that under the eyes. Ooh, this is a pretty, this color is really, really, really nice. That looks good, guys. I am liking this. I should have done one side. Let's do that. I'm gonna switch that out because this is new. I'm gonna do this side with the sponge. They both look good. I am impressed with this. Let's see. So I'm going to set this, go on with the rest of my makeup, and I'll update you throughout the day. All right, so I just set this with my setting powder. I am liking this. Here's hoping. The last concealer that I absolutely loved looked great in person, but did horrible on camera. This one I'm hoping when I look at it looks good in camera because it looks really good in person. I'm going to spray it with my Too Faced spray as my setting spray as well. All right, so here's where we are at right after I've applied it and done the rest of my makeup. I think it looks very good. It actually just looks like my under eyes minus some of the darkness. It looks natural. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look like I have something on, if that makes sense. Yet it's still covering and it still looks very good. So I'm very excited to try this out throughout the day. I will take a look at this in natural sunlight. I will take a look at this in direct sunlight because that's always one that's very telling if it looks very crepey in that direct sunlight. And then we are also going to take a check-in around 5 hours and 10 hours and see how it does. Let's talk swatches for concealer. This is not a concealer. This is the Tarte CC corrector that I have been using. This is my ultimate match in a concealer, which is the Lime Life 03 concealer. This was one of my favorite liquid concealers, which was the Urban Decay Naked in medium light. They have since changed the colors and it is not the same. And this one here is the Tarte Shape Tape in the color light neutral, which seems to be the most universal color. And then this is the one that we have today, which is the Dior Forever Skin Correct in the color 3CR. You can see it is definitely much more in line with what I should be using under my eyes at my age and skin type. This is what we're looking at, guys. It's looking pretty good. Let's go look at it in some natural light too. Okay, looking at this, still in natural light, I will say that these two are the closest. This one is pulling a little bit darker out in natural lighting than in brighter lights, but it is definitely still the closest to this one here. Let's look at this concealer out in natural daylight. It looks to me as if it looks very good. It doesn't look heavy. It doesn't look dry. It doesn't look cakey. I'm not noticing anything. Let's do a little photo test and see if it flashes back or has any crepiness. No, it actually looks good. Let's go look in a darker area too. Darker area is obviously not for me to see how it looks in a darker area. It's for with a flash. Let's take a look at it. It's not bad, guys. It's not reflecting. It's not causing it to look like it's crepey. It's not causing it to look dark under the eyes. Let's go look at it in some natural daylight. In a closer direct sunlight, again, still in the shade. So what we're looking like, we're gonna go outside in very direct sunlight and see how it looks under the eyes now. Here's hoping, right? You never know. The sunlight is the hard part. So obviously this is very, very direct. I wanna cover my eyes, but I can't. Very, very direct sunlight. Can't look up. I will look back at this and see how it does, if it's causing my under eyes to look darker. I don't know, here's hoping. 5-hour check-in. It is doing quite well. I will say typically, because I itch my eyes like in the corner a lot, usually it wears down in right through here. I'm not noticing that. I also have a fine line that's like right up under my lash line on both eyes. And typically I have a product, most products settle in there, and throughout the day I kind of have to do this continually. I haven't done that. This one has a little bit of settling, but it might have been the amount of product I use. But I'm not seeing it like settling into fine lines when I'm smiling. I'm not noticing that at all. This is doing good, guys. This eye definitely has settled a little bit. But I have a feeling that's more me putting the product on. I don't know. It's doing good so far, guys. So we will check back in at 10 hours and see how it made out through the rest of the day. We are at the 10-hour check-in. Let's take a look. To be honest with you, it held up well. I think a little bit of my dark circles are showing, very slightly. Very, very, very minor little settling up through right under my eyes. But overall, to be honest, this really did hold up well. It was a good color. I'm kind of impressed with it. So they do say it is a 24-hour concealer. I don't know how many people need to wear a concealer for 24 hours a day, but you never know. They also say it is full coverage. I do find that it is a good full coverage foundation. It definitely has a lot of pigmentation to it. It's supposed to hide dark circles and redness. I don't have any redness under my eyes, and that's not where they meant it about, but it does definitely, for me, I got a rosy tone. It does hide those dark circles under my eyes. And then they say it smooths and it moisturizes. Now, it doesn't feel dry. A lot of times by the end of the day, I feel like if I went like this, it'd be like, sticking a little bit. It doesn't feel dry. It doesn't feel tacky. It feels very nice. It feels very smooth. They do have a huge color range for concealer. Like, I love the fact that they have 24 different colors in all different undertones. That is definitely a big thing for me. I'm going to give this a try today with no corrector underneath and see how it does. Because yesterday I used it with, I'm going to do one side with the brush and one side with the sponge. I used it with the corrector underneath of it, mostly because that is just what I'm used to. And that's how I do it with all concealers, but I forgot that this one also has a correction to it. So we're going to take a look and see. We'll see how this works out, if one's better than another, if they both work out the same, or if a sponge versus a brush. I'd say they look about the same to me as far as coverage. Some might have a slight bit more coverage. So I definitely think this might be, right now, my Lime Life is my favorite one, but I don't always want to use a cream-based product. Sometimes I just want a liquid. This one is pretty much even for me with my Lime Life concealer, so that is saying a lot. So that is everything for my wear test on this concealer. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I do wear test videos every Tuesday, and I will post some additional ones right up here for you guys. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love if you click that photo of me right over here and follow along here as well. So thank you so much for watching and sticking with me, guys, and have a great day. Bye.